He ran. Dust flew up under his bare feet as he ran down the long road. His chest burned. His old robe flapped wildly in the wind. Servants shouted behind him, shocked, confused, calling his name, but he did not stop. He lifted his eyes and saw a thin, dirty boy walking slowly toward the house, head down, shoulders shaking. The old man's eyes filled with tears. "My son," he whispered, and he ran faster. The boy did not look up at first. He was counting his steps, one by one, because lifting his head felt too heavy. His stomach twisted in pain, not only from hunger, but from shame. Every step closer to home felt like a knife cutting his heart. He smelled like pigs and dust. His clothes hung loose on his body. He practiced words in his mind, words he hoped he could say before his courage failed him. "Father, I have sinned. I am not worthy." He stopped walking when he heard footsteps running toward him. Before the boy could lift his head, strong arms wrapped around him. A warm chest pressed against his face. He froze. He expected anger. He expected shouting. He expected to be pushed away. Instead, he felt shaking shoulders and hot tears falling on his neck. The old man held him tightly, as if letting go would make him disappear. "My son is home," the father cried. "My son is home." The boy finally looked up. His father's face was wet with tears and dust. His beard trembled. The boy opened his mouth to speak the words he had practiced for many nights under cold skies. "Father," he said softly, "I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am not worthy to be called your son." His voice broke. "Please, make me like one of your hired servants." But the father did not let him finish. He pulled back just enough to look at his son's face. He smiled through tears. "Quick!" the father shouted to the servants who had finally reached them. "Bring the best robe. Put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. We will celebrate." He hugged his son again. "For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." But to understand how this moment came, you must go back to the beginning, to a house full of laughter, to a table where two sons once sat beside their father. The father was a good man. He worked hard. His fields were wide, his barns were full, and his house was known for kindness. Travelers rested there. Poor people were fed there. His two sons grew up under his care, hearing his voice every morning and night. The older son was quiet and steady. He rose early, worked long hours, and did what was right. The younger son was different. His eyes were always searching the horizon. His heart beat fast for new things. He asked many questions and dreamed big dreams. Many nights, the younger son lay awake, staring at the ceiling. He listened to the sounds of the house. He felt trapped, even though he was safe. There must be more than this, he thought. He wanted adventure. He wanted freedom. He wanted to choose his own path. He watched traders pass by the road, camels loaded with goods, voices full of stories. His heart burned with desire. One morning, while the sun was still soft, the younger son made a decision. His hands shook as he walked toward his father. The older brother was already in the fields. The servants moved quietly around the house. The father looked up and smiled. "Good morning, my son," he said. The younger son swallowed hard. "Father," he said, "give me my share of the inheritance." The words fell heavy in the air. To ask for an inheritance while a father was still alive was like saying, "I wish you were dead." The servants froze. The father's smile faded. For a long moment, no one spoke. The younger son stared at the ground, afraid to look up. The father's heart broke, but he did not shout. He did not strike his son. He looked at him with sad, loving eyes. "Is this truly what you want?" he asked gently. "Yes," the younger son said, forcing confidence into his voice. "I want my share." The father turned away for a moment. He took a deep breath. Then he nodded. "Very well," he said. He divided his property between his two sons. The younger son watched as wealth that took years to build was placed into his hands. Gold, silver, livestock, land rights. His heart raced. Freedom felt so close he could taste it. A few days later, the younger son packed everything. He hugged no one. He did not look back as he left the house. The road stretched wide before him, and his heart was light. "This is my life now," he told himself. "I will live how I want." He traveled to a far country, far from his father's eyes and rules. At first, life felt like a dream. People laughed with him. Music played. Food was rich. Wine flowed freely. He made friends quickly, or so he thought. He paid for everything. He told stories. He felt important. Every night was a celebration. "This is living," he said loudly. "This is freedom." But money has a way of disappearing when used without wisdom. Little by little, the gold ran out. The silver was spent. The friends began to fade. Smiles turned shallow. Invitations stopped coming. Then a great famine hit the land. Food became scarce. Prices rose. The younger son felt fear for the first time. He searched for work. Doors closed in his face. Finally, a man hired him to feed pigs. For a Jewish boy, this was the lowest job possible. Pigs were unclean. The smell was terrible. The work was hard. His stomach growled day and night. He watched the pigs eat and wished he could fill his belly with their food. No one gave him anything. One cold evening, sitting in the mud, the younger son broke. Tears streamed down his face. "What have I done?" he whispered. "How did I fall so low?" He remembered his father's house. He remembered warm bread. He remembered laughter. "Even my father's servants have more than enough food," he said to himself. "I will go back. I will say I am sorry. I will not ask to be a son. I will be a servant." The journey home was long and painful. Every step felt heavier than the last. Shame followed him like a shadow. He imagined his father's anger. He imagined his brother's cold eyes. He imagined being turned away. Still he walked. And that brings us back to the road, to the running father, to the embrace that changed everything. The servants dressed the younger son in the best robe. They washed his feet. They placed a ring on his finger, a sign of family and authority. Music filled the house. Meat roasted over the fire. Laughter returned. The father raised his voice and said, "Let us celebrate." But not everyone was celebrating. The older brother came in from the fields as the sun set. He heard music. He saw lights. Confused, he called a servant. "What is happening?" he asked. The servant smiled. "Your brother has come home," he said. "Your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound." The older brother's face darkened. His hands clenched. Anger rose like fire in his chest. He refused to go inside. The music felt like an insult. The laughter felt unfair. The father noticed his absence and went out to him. "My son," the father said gently, "come and join us." The older brother exploded. "All these years I have worked like a slave for you," he shouted. "I never disobeyed you. Yet you never gave me even a small goat to celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who wasted your wealth, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him." The father listened quietly. His eyes were full of love, not anger. "My son," he said softly, "you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate. Your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." The older brother stood silent. His anger slowly mixed with understanding. The music continued behind them. The door stood open. This story is not only about a boy who ran away. It is about a father who never stopped loving. It is about mercy that feels unfair. It is about grace that is bigger than mistakes. The younger son learned that freedom without love is empty. He learned that pride leads to pain. He learned that no matter how far you go, a loving heart can still wait for you. The father teaches us that love runs, love forgives, love restores. He did not punish his son. He did not shame him. He welcomed him home. And the older brother reminds us that even good people can struggle with jealousy and bitterness. He shows us that we must learn to rejoice when others are forgiven. This heartbreaking story invites us to look at our own hearts. Are we running away? Are we afraid to return? Are we holding anger like the older brother? Or are we ready to love like the father? If this story touched your heart, if it made you feel hope, forgiveness, or tears in your eyes, please support this channel. Like this video, leave a comment about what moved you the most, and subscribe so you don't miss more powerful stories like this. Your support helps us share messages of love, mercy, and hope with the world.